Right, we're back for the second half between the Under-19s grand final between Arorangi and the Eels. At the moment, Arorangi is leading 20 points to 3, and they've put the Eels to the sword at this stage. The Eels have really got to lift their game to get back into this, otherwise the score will blow out on them. So we've got the Eels kicking off. They're all offside, they're all in front of a kicker, but who cares? It's been well taken by the Cowboys. The Cowboys forwards have arrived. They've got a ruck going here, trying to get the ball back, going back to their kicker. Smart kick down to the left winger. He's off. He's been caught there out wide. He's still going. Great run, great run. The Eels have arrived, which is good. That's what they weren't doing in the first half, but the Cowboys are into them. Been laid back. Somebody's revved up these Eels. They're running with a little bit of purpose now. Got the ball out. They're coming to the same side. If he could have got it out, they had an overlap there. They've got it out here to the right-hand side. Number 10, I think it is. He's off. Lucky to be taken there. They've got an overlap still. They're not getting the ball out. They're 15 metres out. There's a ruck in the maul formed. The referee's seen a knock on from the Eels. Unlucky Eels. So we've got a scrum going down. Hey. Out. Only one of you. No, one. We've got a scrum going down, 20 metres out from the Cowboys line. Cowboys feed. Ball's in. The Eels have turned the scrum. The ref's got it for collapsing the scrum, so he's going to reset it. Right, he's called for the ball to go in again. The Eels have put a big push on, but the Cowboys have got away with it. This guy's off. Been a good run here. He's given it to this speedster. He's off. Put a little kick in. Good football, the Cowboys. He's regained it. He's off. Great football. Great football, Cowboys. Great football. Crowd's gone wild. Crowd's gone wild. That's 75, 80 metre try. They are on fire, the Cowboys. I think that was James Strickland. He's got his right thigh strapped up. Good football, that. Let's hope the next two games live up to this, because this has been a great game. That makes the score 25-3, and we got scorers here, but they're sitting there eating ice cream, so we're no point having scorers. No point having scorers.
Yes, there is. They give us some of their ice cream.
It's 25-3. Sounds like a time on the clock. The bloke's lining this kick up, and the Eels are shell-shocked. He's a good, confident kicker, this boy. 25-3. Chance to kick this. Moves in. Linesmen haven't moved, and it's missed. So the score is 25-3. The scorers aren't interested in doing the scoring.
They're here. Their ice cream's melting.
Mose will not have scorers.
What is it?
Then he's the scorer, and he's asking me what the score is. They just scored a try, so 20 plus 5.
27.
What's the score? 25-3.
They got it.
Gosh, I don't know. I got a problem with the education system in Raro when these guys can't put 5 on 20. 25 to 3. This is a great run. These Cowboys are on fire. There's a tackle without the arms there, but who cares? They got the ball out and they're rumbling it up, the Cowboys. Great football, the Cowboys. Great football. They've laid the ball back. The Eels are just standing there. They don't know what to do. The Cowboys have arrived. They got a ruck and maul form. They got the ball out. These big forwards are doing a terrific job for the Cowboys. He's down. The ball's out. He's off through the centre. Pick and go. It's a great run. He's got the bad luck, Cowboys. He's knocked the ball on. It's gone to the Eels. The Eels have come away up the blind side. And he's kicked it straight out of the ground. But that's the sort of kick that happens when the game's not going your way. So we go back to the advantage rule, which is 30 metres out from the knock-on from the Cowboys, and we're going to have a scrum go down for the Eels' feet. So it's now 25 to the Cowboys, 3 to the Eels. Just see if the Eels can get back into this game. They've got a lot of supporters here, but it's very quiet. It's a good crowd in here. There's Reds fans everywhere. All you can do is see Reds t-shirts. It's been one against the head. The Cowboys have come away with it. They've got the ball out. Beautiful move this. And they're off. They're off. They've passed it inside. The Cowboys have arrived. They're over the ball. These Cowboys are playing terrific football. The referee's got his hand up. There's a penalty holding on to the ball. He's penalised them 10 metres for back chatting. Gosh. Can't say anything to this referee. He's the boss. The Cowboys have been isolated here. They'll be lucky to retain this ball. He's knocked it on. That's what happens when you take a penalty and run one out and all your mates are down the back having a smoke. Because not one of the forwards went with him. So we've got a scrum going down 38 metres out from the Eels line, and the Eels are shell shocked. So we've got a scrum going down. It's a Cowboys feed, and James Strickland's out there on the right hand side, but they got blokes set up on both sides. It's out to James. He's got the ball. He's gone straight past the first bloke. He's thrown it to Neville nobody, but it's come off. When you're in front, you can throw it anywhere and it'll come off. The Cowboys have arrived. They got the ball. Out they come to their number 10. Beautiful pass. This boy's played well, the 15. This guy's, he's tried to lay it off, but it's gone forward. So it's an advantage to the Eels. They're unlucky than the Cowboys, but they're trying things, which is good. Most of the things have worked, but that one didn't work. So we've got a scrum going down 20 metres out from the Eels line. Hasn't been a good day for the Eels so far. They won the under-13s, but they got beat the 16s right on the bell, and they're getting flogged here at the moment. The ball's called to go in. They're battling to hang on to it. They're all standing flat, the Eels. They're not going to go anywhere doing that. It's out to the winger. He's been thrown it back inside, but he's gone out. And the Cowboys fans go wild. So we're 22 metres out. It's a Cowboys feed. It's a line out. These Cowboys are just playing such good football at the moment. I personally can't believe how well they're going. As I've said earlier, I've watched the last few games and they have just battled. It's gone to number 2. The forwards have arrived, but it's not straight. The referee's throwing his arms around like he's drowning in the surf. So we're 22 metres out. We've got a scrum. We've got a replacement here, number 22 for the Cowboys. James is telling the winger what to do. We've got a scrum going down. 22 metres out. It's going to be an Eels feed. So we've had a good distribution of winners at the moment. We've had the Eels won the first one, the Bulldogs or the Bulls won the second one, and that's terrible football from the Eels. They passed it back from the scrum, it's gone dead. And it looks like we're going to have the Cowboys win this one, so there's 3 different clubs so far. The next 2 games are both between Arorangi and the Eels. So we've got a scrum going down. The referee brought him back to the 22, but now he's decided to take him back to the 10. Somebody must have told him. So we've got a scrum going down. 10 metres out on the 10 metre line. It's the Cowboys throw in. The Eels have tried to turn it. They've got away with it. They got the ball. But their forwards are just standing around watching things. They should be spectators. The Cowboys are all over them. The bloke I think he went to kick it, but he's been dropped there. So the Cowboys are everywhere. They finally got a kick away, but it's gone to nobody. It's gone to the worst bloke you could give it to, James Strickland. He's off. And that was going to be another try, but the referees called them back. He's given a penalty to the Eels. I think they must have been offside somewhere. Lucky the Eels. They're just playing out the time, I think. Kick for the line. It's on the 22 metre, 25 metres out. We've got a line out. Going to be an Eels throw in. The Eels are out here in the middle of the field. They're all talking to each other. They got no idea what they're trying to do. They're having a 3-man line out. Up they go. And the Cowboys have pinched it. When your luck's out, your luck's out. There's Cowboys everywhere. The Cowboys are going. They're galloping. Off they go. He's offside. The ref was in the way. The Cowboys have arrived. They're 10 metres out. They've only got to get somebody to run straight, and they'll go in here. This boy's cut through. He's over, and they're over. This is a dominant display from a team that I didn't think had any chance of winning the 19 title, but they're transformed, these guys. The Eels are shell-shocked. So I go to my scorecard. That's 30-3, and it's a flogging. James has been replaced, maybe. No, he's come to the sideline. He's talking to the coach. Number 13, he's a good footballer. He's not a big man, but he's a brain. Must get it from his brother-in-law, I think. No, that's taking the credit away from him. He's a good boy. He's a good fighter. He had a couple of fights when he was here. I think he's at Mount Albert Grammar. But he was in school in New Zealand, and he's a really nice young bloke. Credit to the Cook Islands. This left-footed kicker's lining this up, and I'm sure he'll put this one over. taking his time, moves in, and he's never looked like missing. So we've got another score here, and the score boys arrived, but he's a great scorer. He's got to ask me what the score is, so I'm not going to tell him. It's 32-3 to the Eels, to the Cowboys. Sorry, Eels. You wish it was that way, but it's not.
Okay, that brings our score now to 32 points to 3 in favour of the Cowboys.
And you can see the body language from the Eels is just, we can't win this game, so we're just there. The Cowboys have got the ball 22 metres out. They're running it again. Out they go. He's had a great game, this boy. It's been stolen by the number 7 from the Eels, but he's isolated a little bit. But at least they've arrived. He's got the ball back. These Cowboys, they're tackling everything in blue and yellow jumpers. The referee's got his arm out. Must be testing the wind. The Cowboys have come away with the ball. The ref says we'll go back. Another high tackle. Mate, I just hope they crack. I hope they crack down on the tackles in the main game, because that's where they all happen. And the last couple of weeks they've been going unabated. Today, anything that's above the shoulder, they're penalised them, which is good. But they've got to be consistent. This Eels boy's running across the field, but he's not going anywhere, and they're lucky to get away. But the Eels are just standing around. Don't give me the ball. I don't want it. Here's a good run. Here's a good run from number 10, but he's been thrown the ball. It's gone back to the Cowboys. The Cowboys have got the ball. He got it to the winger. James is a beautiful little kick. Kick it again, James. Good football, son. Number 16's off from the Eels. Oh, great tackle there. They dropped him there. The Eels have got the ball. He nearly got through. There's a dead eel on the floor there. They might score here. No. Great tackle. The Cowboys haven't given up any stage of this game. They're just tackling and tackling and tackling. And the referee's blown his whistle. Offside. That's not taken from the spot, ref. Bring them back. When things don't go right, nothing goes right. He says, there's the spot. I need you to take it from there. He's even put the ball on the ground and says, we've got to go and have a look at this dead eel. There's eels laying down all over the field. There's a Cowboy down. Oh, I think it's James. He mustn't be fit to. James, you wouldn't know it the way he's been playing.
They're pulling his leg off.
Yeah, they've just told the Eels man a funny joke, and they're pulling his leg. Must have twisted his hip. Yeah, I think he's in a bit of trouble, this boy, actually. It's funny, there's no doctors here. We don't have any medical people. Maybe I'm misjudging the people who are looking after him, but to me that doesn't look like very conventional medicine. So we've got a bit of a hold up in the game. Ben Cortica's going out there.
He's got cramp. That hurts.
It only hurts when you're not fit, Greg. If you're fit, you don't get cramps.
The old blokes like us get the cramp.
Speak for yourself, Gregory. Got to be more than a cramp. There's 6 blokes out there helping him up. He's got his left knee strapped up before the game, so obviously he's got knee problems. So we've got a bit of a delay in the game here. That's the beauty of it. Everybody's out there trying to help him. The game recommences. The Eels have got a penalty. They're 15 metres out. They're trying to rumble the ball up. And it's lost the ball. And this Eels man's off. 70 yards and he's going to get away with it. The Eels man's catching him. No, he's not. And it's a great try from the Cowboys. And the whole Cowboys team is celebrating. The Eels are standing around saying, what's going on here? Great try. They've pinched the ball 20 metres out from their own line. This flyer's got away and he's run 70, 80 metres to score in the corner. And the Cowboys are jubilant.
15 minutes to go.
Comprehensive game, this one. My timekeeper tells me there's 15 minutes to go, so we might get to 50 points the way this is going. It's 37-3, and everything's going the Cowboys' way. The kicker's out. He's 15 metres in from the sideline. 25 metres out, 22 metres out on his favourite side for his left foot. And the way he's kicking, I wouldn't bet against him. There's Eels fella sitting on the halfway line. They're supposed to be down behind the try line, but who cares? This guy's taking his time. Takes his time, moves in, up it goes, the linesman haven't moved, and it's a great kick. He's kicked well, this young fella. And that makes the score.
And they converted try, bringing our score now to 39 points to 3 in favour of
39-3, and the CEO of the Cook Island Rugby Unit has taken over the course announcement. That says it all. Trying to run the show now, he's got to do the scoring. And the boy who's doing the scoring is from Teriora College, so I don't know how well he goes in maths. The Cowboys are off again and he gets the ball out. There's no Eels home. The winger's off again. Great run there, great run, boy, but he's been isolated, but the Cowboys have arrived, but he's holding onto the ball. The referee's arrived and says, you didn't release the ball, which is a fair call. They're not back 10. This number 13's off. They got there. They're trying to get the ball back. Number 6 is off. The Cowboys' defence has been outstanding today. The ball's there. None of these Eels want the ball. There's a couple of blokes trying, but it's all one out stuff. The Cowboys have got the ball. It's been a knock on from the Eels. But the Eels are shell shocked. And they are not even in the race. It's like one team's there and the other team's not on the park.
The VIP tent.
And we got a VIP tent here today. I got my invitation for it, but I can't get there till 6 o'clock. Me and the cameraman, or the cameraman and I. But it's been a great day. The Cook Island Rugby Union's put on a real good show. And I must say, this is the place to have these grand finals. All the football fields now, all around the world, are rectangular, having athletic tracks around the outside and stands a long way from the ground. That's not the way to go anymore. This is a perfect place for football. We've got stands right around the field. The Avaitu club's done a terrific job. You're only 20 metres from the side, at the most 10 metres from the side. There's atmosphere. The players can hear you. You can hear the players. You can hear the referees' calls. And this is great. This is a great setup for football. They've done a lot of work here, the Avaitu club. And I think it's all been led by their local MP and his crew. They've got stands right around the place. They've got it fenced in. The field's in good order. And it's a credit to the club. So we've got the ball going in. We're 35 metres out. Arorangi Cowboy halfbacks off. And the Eels are just finally getting there. The Cowboys are there. They got the ball. The Eels look uninterested. They've got the ball out. They're running. All these Cowboys, they all look like champions. There's a high tackle. The referee wants to call high, and the referee's in the way, and he's smart. He puts his hands behind his head. He's ruled on high tackles all day, and there's one that he didn't say boo about. A little kick over the top. He's been dropped without the ball. And there's a slap across the face. He fell into it. Here we go, here we go, here we go. There's an Eels man making a run. But he's got a knock on here. The Cowboys have been dominant. I'm very impressed with this team. And it's not just because James Strickland's over from New Zealand, because it takes 15 to make the team. He's the main part of it. He's telling the blokes where to go, how to do it, where he wants the ball to go. But you need the other 14 fellas to help you. And they're being dominant. We've got a local walking across the field. He must be going over to his master while there's a break in play. And I tell you, there's some red supporters here. Everywhere you look's red. James is a smart footballer. He's standing on the side talking to the coach, asking him what he wants to go on. He goes out and does what the coach wants. So we've got the linesman in here, we've got the referee in here, we've got water boys, water girls, tea people, people everywhere. There's a Eels fella coming off. It looks like he's got a bung shoulder. We should be charging you for water, James, the way you're wasting it. Right, we've got a scrum going down. 35 metres out from the Eels line. It's an Arorangi feed, and I'm telling you, if the Eels don't wake up to themselves, they're going to be underneath the H's again very shortly, because this Arorangi team's on fire at the moment. They got it out to the 5-8. He's put a little kick on, and the fullback's after it. There's nobody home. He's let it bounce. They've come up with a ball, the Cowboys, and he's just been pulled down short of the line. Great move. And the Eels are running. The Eels are running back like they're just walking down the road. The referee's checking with the linesman, and he's got a knock on. He's got a knock on to the Eels. I thought the Cowboys had the ball, but not to worry. So we've got a scrum going down, 5 metres out, 5 metres in from the sideline. This Eels team is just shell-shocked. The Cowboys are playing terrific football. Very impressive. The Eels look stronger in the scrums, but they're not doing any with it. So the Cowboys halfback's going to put it in, and I'm sure they're just going to give it to this number 10. He runs straight. The lock's off. He's off. He's bouncing off. He's bouncing off, and he's just about over. He's been caught short of a line. The Eels aren't even there. The Eels have come up with a ball, but he's one out. He's given it to the winger. It's a good run. There's 14 Eels in one bunch, and there's 2 with the ball. The Cowboys don't want to get the ball here because they'll be off. The forwards are still not arrived. We've got a bit of push and shove here. It's funny when there's push and shove, the players run. When there's the game going on, they walk. I think it's frustration from the Eels. They're getting flogged and they're not real happy about it. The linesman's in again. He may as well stay in the middle of the field. We've got a penalty going to the Cowboys, 25 metres out from the Eels line, 20 metres in. We've got a scrum, sorry. When I see the referee talking to one of the players, you just assume it's going to be a penalty, but not so. But the Eels are going to have to be very careful because this Cowboys team is running from the scrums and they're just cutting them to pieces. And James has got this fullback outside of him, so they're not even worried about the Eels getting the ball. They don't have a fullback. So straight away they got the numbers because the Eels have got their fullback back. So if the Cowboys can win the ball, they got numbers straight away. Out we come to James. It didn't go to him. It's gone to the fullback. He's put a little kick over the top, and he's kicked it, which is good because there's nobody home. It's going to bounce out. James is after it like he wanted to have a quick line out, but too slow. So we're 42 metres out from the Cowboys line. We got a line out. The Eels are walking around like they're not interested. Don't blame them. They're just being completely outclassed. This has been a great show from the Cowboys. Up they go.
Once again, just call out to Anne Herman and a representative from Lucerne. Please make your way towards the podium and presentation post-match. Thank you.
Short arm penalty to the Cowboys because the Eels are offside. They're not back 10. Kick them for the line. That's it. Short arm penalty. You can't kick for the line. Little tap. No, get the ball out. Give your backs a run. You're dominant all over the field, so just keep going. They got it out. They've played well, these Cowboys. Number 18's got the ball. He's been heavily hit. We've got a ruck and maul form, 45 metres out from the Eels line, hanging on to the ball. The Eels have got a penalty. There's nobody's back 10 metres, but who cares? They've lost the ball, the Eels. Nothing's going right for them. These Cowboys are so dominant at the moment. Anything they do just works. They got a 10-man overlap here if they get the ball out. This fullback's played well. He's got the ball out. Oh, gosh. The refs called that from 10 yards down the field. The linesman said it was all right, but the refs saw it. Too many officials. So we've got a scrum right on the halfway mark. The Eels feed. The Eels can't even put their scrum together. The Eels lock wasn't in the scrum, but who cares? The Eels have lost the ball. I feel sorry for James. It looked like he's going to get the ball again. He's going to have to run. He's put a kick in, which is a good kick. They're chasing it. They got this bloke cornered down here. It's a good run. He's put a kick in because there's no fullback. And it's gone down. It's 10 metres out. There's one Cowboy and one Eel. And the Cowboy has kicked the ball out. But it didn't go out. The Eels have got the ball again. and he's going to be isolated because there's nobody even interested. They're all in front of a kicker. He's taken another. It's getting very untidy, this game. Very untidy.
Including the under 15 Cook Islands.
The Eels have taken a quick tap. They've poured it into the forwards, but there's no forwards there. Out they go. It's all one out stuff from the Eels. Oh, his body's going everywhere. Here's a good run. He's gone straight. He's nearly over, but he's only one bloke with him. He's a metre out. The referees have got an advantage to the Eels, and they still can't score. The ref's having a good look. Comes back for a penalty. 3 metres out from the try line, right in front of the goal post. Thankfully, the game's over. We've still got the last rites to be performed, but it's 39-3. We've got a scrum going down. It's an Eels feed, and they'll probably score. But the lock's not even packing in. Mate, I've seen this happen, and he scores. He didn't pack in. He's got his hands on the second rower's rumps, and this is the 3rd week in a row that I've seen this. And the referee just stands there and looks at him. Anyway, we've got a man over here from New Zealand trying to teach these referees the rules.
Please, the final score for that match. The Cowboys victorious 39-3. Calling both teams in so we can proceed with our post-match.
Sorry, Ben, they've scored a try, mate. So it's 39-8 with a kick to come. Mate, I think it's been a long day for everybody. So that makes it 39-10. The Cowboys have got away with the game, 39-10.
Now calling both teams, please make your way to the.
And we'll be having a break, and shortly we'll be doing the Eels versus the Cowboys in B grade. We'll be back shortly. Thank you.